So today in this video, we're going to be showing how to build buttons in Airtable interfaces that are dynamic to the logged in user. So these will be conditionally visible buttons on detail pages, which is a page when you open up one record in Airtable, or if you think of a Google Sheet, when you expand just one row on a Google Sheet, what does it look like when you expand it, and how can you have different actions available to different users? If you haven't met me before, my name is Ben Green. I'm the owner of OptimizeIS, and we build systems just like this for businesses of literally all sizes. So if you need any help building systems like this for your internal team or maybe your extended contractor team, check out the link in the description and we can help you out. We're going to jump right into it. What I wanted to show was we have two different fields where we define a user's role. We have an assignee and a reviewer field. You can see on this one, I am both the assignee and the reviewer. If I click on a different one, like this one, I am the assignee. I'm not the assignee, I'm the reviewer. So in the last video, what we showed was conditional visibility at the field level. We're going to be adding buttons in this one. At the end of this video, I may suggest you may go watch the video on conditional visibility at the field level. But in this example, if I'm tagged as the reviewer, I get to edit reviewer notes, but content is not editable. If I am tagged as the assignee, I get to edit the content field. So that's what we've done so far. If I jump up here in the top left, I can click on the name of the base and click edit. So you have to have creator access to be able to do what I'm going to show you how to do here. But what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to buttons. So once you've expanded the detail page, I think there's a few different places you can add buttons. Like if I go to this group, I could add buttons. Like I could add a button right there, click user actions, click on the button here, you get visibility. The other place that you can add buttons is at the page level. If I come in here and I add buttons, you can add them at either of these. You can do visibility at both of these places as well. So what I want to allow the user to do is I have these different statuses defined, and depending on what type of user I am, I should be able to update this status to be a different option. But I don't want to make this field editable because I don't want, say, the assignee to just approve it for the approver or the reviewer. I want them to only be able to submit it for review. But if I'm the reviewer, I want to either be able to request changes or approve it. So that's what we're going to go define here. Let's go with this one. So if I come up here, I click on this button that I've already added. What I want to do is I want to allow them to update a record. And if you click update record, this is going to allow you to set which field gets updated. So I'm going to say update the status field to be in review with the reviewer. So when they click that, what I want it to say before is submit for review. The color before that I want it to be is green. The color after I want it to be is gray. So when they click this, it's going to update the status to be in review with the reviewer. And I want it to update to be submitted. So I want that to only be visible if the assignee field is the current user. So only an assignee should be able to submit it for review. Now, if I go back here, so I click in like the white space, that's going to take me to the page level. I want to add another button action. And if I go to the button properties here, I also want to make this one an update record. And let's say update record. I also want to make this one update the status to be approved. I like the color before to be green, the color after to be gray. And I want it to say approve. This button that I created, which is visible within these three little dots, but I think it should pop out once I publish this and I look at this as one or the other. This button right here, I'm going to change the visibility rules to be show me this if the, let's see, if the reviewer field is the current user. Now the so let's look and see what that looks like. I'm going to hit publish and see what that looks like. So on this one, it's a little bit tricky because I'm both the assignee and the reviewer. If I click on approve, that approves it. Let's see, and then submit for review, that brings it back. If I look at the reviewer, I only get one button up here, which is what I want. Now, because I don't want to have one button hidden within this three little dots, I'm going to add my other button within this group level. So here I'm going to add my update record. I'm going to update that status field again to be in revision creator. And I'm going to say request revisions. And I want this one to be red. Afterwards, it's going to be gray. Revisions requested. Here, the visibility is going to be only if the reviewer field is the current user. So let's see what all of this looks like. And for now, just so I can edit all of, just so we can test out and see what this looks like, I'm going to make these editable. But I normally would leave those as read-only for this interface. So here, somebody would have submitted their review. I could view the content here or view the asset image here, and I could click approve. That would then send it to approve. Or if I added some reviewer notes here and I requested revisions, it would say in revision creator. Now, if I switch myself to be not the reviewer and instead the assignee, I can see here, ideally, I guess this should be editable, or maybe this should be editable. I upload my asset or I upload my content, and then I submit for review. So that's how that works. So that's how you make buttons conditionally visible in Airtable. There's a total of 3 buttons that we've added here. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on this, but if you want to learn more about how we made these fields visible or invisible or editable or ineditable, view only, check out the link here in the end screen and you can go see how to make things visible or not visible, editable or not editable.